Hi guys, welcome to our brand new channel where we're going to be talking about everything to do with solar and battery storage. It's going to be everything to do from what products to use, how it's installed and the full process start to finish. So please subscribe and like to this channel and we will put out all the content needed and keep you updated with all the latest goings on within the solar and battery storage market. There is a lot to talk about and there's a lot to learn, but please subscribe and like to this channel and we'll keep you updated. So without further ado, let's carry on with the show. Today's question is, how many solar panels should I put on my premises? So that is a very wide question because it really depends on many things, and we're going to keep it quite simple in this video. It's just to give you an idea. Let's start with a domestic property. Normally you'll be looking at anything from about 6 panels to 20 panels, for example. That's just a bit of an average, a bit of a gauge. There are other properties which go below and above those figures. But if you just looked at those kind of properties for a minute, what I normally recommend is go for as many as possible, because just because you can fit 20 panels on your roof and it sounds a bit extreme, those 20 panels, if they're roughly, let's say for example 400 watts each, that gives you 8 kilowatts of power on the roof. 8 kilowatts of power is a fantastic amount of power to have. However, not every day is a pure sunny day, so you have to factor in days of drizzle, days that are grey. In the UK, we obviously know all about that. So from our point of view, on those days, your power outage might only be 1 to 2 kilowatts if you had 20 panels on the roof, say for example. So you need to really factor that in. Google Earth is fantastic because you can see the southerly side of where the sun will be coming round, where it's going to go up on the east and round to the south and back down on the west. So it's a really good tool. It's got a compass on there so you can see your orientation. What's also great about it as well, which a lot of people don't realise, is it's got a measuring function, which is fantastic. We've used it on many jobs. We always go and survey the job and actually get a proper measurement of the roof, physical measurement, but it's a very good guide to see how wide and how long the roof is. And we always find it's within 300 mil of accuracy, which is great. The way to do it is at the top of the screen there's a small tape measure symbol. When you press the tape measure symbol, you then gives you a dot. You then put that dot onto the edge of the roof and then click again, and then you drag across and then you click again on the proposed place between the 2 points that you're trying to measure, and that gives you your roof span. Really good bit of kit, and it's just a nice way to give yourself a bit of an idea. And you can actually work out how many panels, if you've got a fairly easy to work out roof, then it can be quite straightforward to work out how many panels you can put on your roof. The standard panel size, the size that we use, is 173 centimeters tall by 114 centimeters wide. All panels vary slightly by a few centimeters. That is the average size panel. You can get smaller sizes and you can get bigger sizes that they're actually intentionally bigger and smaller, but the general gist of the panel sizes are normally around about that. So you can work out through equation. I'm not going to go through the maths, that's another video again, but you can work out through that equation exactly how many panels you could fit on the roof. There are many factors to figuring out how many panels you're going to put on the roof. Some things to consider is what is the goal of what you're trying to achieve? Because like I said, I always recommend going for as many panels as possible, but it's always good to have an idea in mind of exactly why you're wanting to do it. So that can be as simple as, are you looking to be as self-sufficient as possible? Which, if you are, then the most amount of panels is the most obvious thing to try and accomplish. Are you looking to pay back to the grid? Again, it's very logical to have as many panels as possible. Is it because you're looking for general help with your bills? That can vary then, because if you've got a roof, a front and back roof where you could put panels on, you could potentially fill the whole of the front and the whole of the back. If you don't like the aesthetics of how the panels look on the front, for example, but you can still get a good amount of solar array on the back, then you may just choose to have them on the back, not the front, because then that way you've got a balance between the aesthetics of the front of the house looking nice, but you're also getting help with your bills from the panels on the back. Is it because you're looking to go greener? Again, that could be a whole multitude of things. So if you're looking to go greener and you really want to maximize the greenness, should we say, then as many panels on the front as many on the back But again, down to aesthetics, you might want to do a little bit for the environment whilst also trying to maintain the look of your property as well. So yeah, there are so many combinations to it. I'm just giving you a few ideas there, but that is some things to consider, as well as some other external factors as well. So there's many places you can put solar panels. That could be, domestically speaking, that could be on your roof, on a pitched roof. It could be on a flat roof. They do systems where you can have it on a flat. If you've got an extension, for example, where you could potentially put some panels, and you're worried about things being pierced into the actual skin of the top of the roof, you don't want issues with leaking. There's some good news with that. There are systems that are weighted, so they're not even screwed into the actual fabric of the roof. They're literally weighted systems where they're held down with, you can either have them weighted with ballast or concrete or sand. There's many different ways. There's lots of different systems that can help with that. So that is really good to see. Obviously you're going to be putting on quite a bit of weight onto the roof, so a structural report is always good to get with things like that. Shading is another factor you want to consider. Do you have trees nearby? Do you have a chimney where the sun will come round and it's going to put the panels in shade for a little bit, or at least part of the array, maybe all of the array? It might cast across all of it depending where you are. Trees. Do you have any up and coming trees, for example? Do you have trees from the neighbors or yourself where they are on their way up? Or do you have trees which are already up high and they're potentially going to be going higher? You need to consider things like that. Do you have a new building going up next door? Any potential for extensions and things like that? So I hope you found this brief video helpful, and yeah, please leave your comments and anything else that you'd like to know. Any questions, please let us know. But please remember to like and share to this video and to our channel. It helps me put out more content for you guys, the homeowners, the consumers. Our company aim is to spread the message about solar as much as possible to get the country greener, but also it's to help you guys make a more informed decision of exactly what it is you want. The more you know, the more you can do, and the more you're likely to do something about it. So please, yeah, like and share this content. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.